Do you find it hard to save money? Are you living paycheck to paycheck? We have all been there, but it is important to know there is a way out. It starts by changing how you think about and manage money. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Wealth Magnet, your source for all things related to living your best financial life through education, motivation, and mentorship. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Also, we appreciate all our viewers and want to hear from you. Please leave us a comment, a question, or even a suggestion. We love to engage with our audience. We release 5 videos per week meant to inspire and teach. Okay, now back to the topic at hand. Charlie Munger, the famous billionaire investor and vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, has a belief that many people share. The first $100,000 is the hardest to accumulate. It's not just him though. A lot of wealthy individuals believe that the same principle applies to achieving the first million. Once you reach the milestone of $100,000, the next $100,000 tends to come much more quickly. Before you know it, you have $200,000, $300,000, and $400,000. Once you hit the $1 million mark, the second million seems to come around much faster, taking only a fraction of the time as the first. This is reassuring for those of us who feel like our wealth is growing slower than we would like. But why does it get easier? Let's explore why it takes a long time to reach the $100,000 mark and discuss some actions that you can take to speed up the process so you can become wealthy years sooner. You know, one of the challenges many people face is actually getting started with saving and investing. It often feels like something that can be put on the back burner because it doesn't seem like a top priority. But then, before you know it, you find yourself scratching your head, wondering how you'll manage to retire. I'm sure you've come across people who say they would start investing if they had more money. They believe that once they start earning more, they'll put their money into investments. It's like saying you'll add wood to a fire only when it's already producing heat. The truth is, you don't invest because you have excess money. You invest because you want to grow your wealth. Another common excuse is the fear of risk. Many of us know someone, maybe a coworker or a friend, who thinks investing is too risky, so they avoid it altogether. It's just like many other things in life. Taking that first step is always the hardest, especially when the finish line seems so far away. It's easy to postpone investing to some indefinite future date. But here's the thing, reaching that first $100,000 requires you to put in the effort. Most of the money needs to come from your personal contributions. However, once your portfolio grows to a substantial size, compound interest starts working its magic. The returns may not necessarily increase in percentage terms, but the actual dollar amounts become much larger. Let's say you invest $5,000 and it earns a 10% return in a year. That's only $500, which might not be very noticeable. In contrast, making an extra $500 by working a few extra hours here and there seems more significant. However, if you have a $100,000 investment that earns a 10% return, that's $10,000, a great start to replacing your salary. As your portfolio grows to $1 million, a 10% annual return means $100,000. That's a considerable amount, even more than what many people earn from their jobs. Witnessing this substantial growth can be truly exciting. People often say that once their portfolio reaches $100,000, they can really see the progress of their investments. When the snowball starts rolling, the rate of growth accelerates. As your portfolio grows, you'll feel a tremendous sense of satisfaction and excitement. This feeling can motivate you to find ways to further boost your portfolio. You might seek ways to increase your income, allowing you to contribute more to your investments. You might also explore opportunities for higher returns to speed up the growth. Instead of casually spending $100 on a meal out without a second thought, you'll become more cautious. You'll realize the power of compound interest and carefully consider how your purchases impact your investments. it becomes harder for you to let go of that $100 because you understand how much it could grow and continuously reward you. For instance, if you invest $100, it could generate $10 in the first year, $11 in the second year, and $12 in the year after that. Of course, $100 isn't a massive amount, but consistently saving $100 in various categories can accumulate over time. As you become wealthier, you'll have more options, and this becomes increasingly apparent. When you have $100 saved, you can do many things that someone living paycheck to paycheck cannot. You have the financial security to take risks, like pursuing a job opportunity with higher income potential, even if the pay isn't steady. Let's say your current job pays $50,000 per year, but you come across an opportunity that could potentially pay $100,000 or more per year, but it's commission-based. If you relied solely on that $50,000 salary, you would be floating in a calm, predictable lake. But if you took the leap into the commission-based opportunity, you would be diving into a turbulent sea of uncertainty, with the potential to surf the waves of success and reach new heights beyond your wildest dreams. If you're still working towards reaching the $100,000 milestone, there are some ways to speed up the process. Since most of these funds will come from your own contributions, you should focus on increasing the amount you save. That's the best way to accelerate your progress. To save more money regularly, you need to boost your income. You could consider taking on an extra job on weekends or a few nights a week, so you can deposit that extra cash directly into your savings. Another option is to start a side business that generates additional income. Just be mindful of unnecessary expenses. Do you really want to spend $100 on dining out, or would it be better to save that money for special occasions? Now, picture this. An amazing chance pops up in the real estate market. You can buy a home at a price way below its actual value. But here's the catch. It's a big risk. However, if you've managed to save up some money, it might be a risk worth taking. While it's not always the best idea to cash out your investments, the reality is that having that option gives you the freedom to seize a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity if it presents itself. On the other hand, someone who has only a small amount of money saved up is much more limited in what they can do. And let's not forget that having more money allows you to take on more investment risks. For example, if you see potential in a particular stock, you can be more speculative about it when you have extra money. If that investment doesn't work out, it won't financially ruin you, and you'll still have other investments to rely on. Now, imagine a friend of yours comes along with a new business venture and suggests investing in it. The best part is, even if it doesn't work out, you won't end up broke. Unfortunately, someone with little money saved up doesn't have the option to invest in opportunities like this. In a nutshell, having more money opens up doors for you. It gives you the freedom to explore various possibilities and take calculated risks that others simply can't afford. Remember, being frugal like this is only temporary until you reach your goal. Once you do, you can ease up a bit. Avoid getting into large car payments for vehicles that are unnecessary. Many people fail to reach the $100,000 mark, let alone $1 million, because of such expenses. Once you become familiar with the process of saving and investing, it'll become easier to stick with it. By the time you accumulate a substantial amount of money, you'll become accustomed to finding ways to earn extra income and put it into savings. You'll also be more deliberate with your purchases, carefully considering if they're necessary or if it would be more rewarding to save the money instead. Furthermore, you'll become comfortable with taking risks in investing and navigating different market cycles. You might even learn how to take full advantage of them. According to Charlie Munger, once you reach the $100,000 mark, you can relax a little and let off the gas. Although the next milestone is $1 million, it becomes easier because a significant portion of your investments will likely be driven by compound interest rather than relying solely on your personal earnings. So, the next time you feel stressed about increasing your net worth, remember that it gets easier, more enjoyable, and more rewarding as time goes on. There you have it. The only thing left to do is start your journey to your first $100,000. Remember, it gets easier from there. If you found this video helpful and informative, please give us a like. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.